6 adventurers brought together from all around Faerun by fate. Thrust into the world of Barovia and the last hope against the vampire overlord of this cursed nation, the Devil Lord Strahd. Will they succeed, or will they walk the streets as ghosts of their former selves, doomed to an eternity of nothingness? Charismatic, bold, clever, and quite possibly the best hope for Barovia. Say hello to the Chaos Conclave.
And, well, see, there's always a story. I mean, it's all stories, really. The sun coming up every day is a story. Everything's got a story in it. You change the story, you change the world.
When it comes down to it, darling, it's really quite simple. Being clever was when you looked at how things were and used that evidence to work out something new.
Heroism means doing the right thing, regardless of the consequences.
The question isn't who's going to let me, it's who's going to stop me.
I want adventure in the great wide somewhere.
Strangely are our souls constructed, and by slight ligaments are we bound to prosperity and ruin.
Escape reality and run wild in your own imagination. Sometimes you can be more than just yourself. All right, everybody, welcome to week 3 of Chaos Conclave. When we left last week, the team had just finished convincing Lorraine to leave the tavern and go adventuring. So they had packed up absolutely everything, taken care of Irina's father at the church, and then made it back, and they were about to leave town and head towards Vallaki. So that is where we will be picking up today. When we finished, we had said that they had just driven past the tavern and made the turn right to head outside of the western gates.
We did stop at the church to drop off the stone.
Yes. We did stop there. So we packed everyone up in the cart, stopped at the church, put the listening stone in the church and hid it in the room right next to the trapdoor to the undercroft, so that
With the screaming vampire
Lorraine's father hears nothing but screaming vampire child. So that was a thing. It was beautiful. And on the way out, they did see that people were huddled around the door of the tavern, and Lorraine just kind of peace. Precisely.
Fuck you, Dad, I quit.
Fuck you, Dad, I quit. Favorite line.
Yes.
That was one of the best things. Can we make that a t-shirt?
On it.
Absolutely.
You know, merchandise.
Can we have merchandise at episode 3? Fuck.
We already do. As soon as I catch up on cup orders, I'm making the Chaos Conclave official cup, so I can use our official cup instead of my Coon cup. Nice. Even though I love it. As we are heading out of town, the last thing I will say before we get started is we are going to have a couple latecomers today. So for the beginning of tonight's episode, you will see that Sasha will be running the character of Ydrish while our normal Michelle is moving and getting all settled into her new house. And then I will be running Scgyver for a short period of time until he becomes available. So, with that, have a great Dane. I just saw him and he's really cute. The cart carrying the crew of now 6, as well as Irina, makes the right-hand turn at the town blob and starts to head out of town. And is there anything that you want to do as you exit the town? Other than shoot middle fingers and roll out.
I'm still working on kitty cat armor.
Awesome.
Oh, because my wife said I couldn't go kick Lorraine's dad's ass yet.
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 Yes,
Yet.
that is
Why
a yet.
And once we get back from, killing Strahd, I'm going to kick his ass. I'm going to kick that fucking priest's ass.
Feronia is just getting her Arya Stark style.
Feronia is just starting her list of people whose asses she's going to kick.
Whereas Whiskey is going to keep an eye out for, what was it? Nightshade and
Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane. I want poison daggers, and I have a poisoning kit. So I'm looking out for ingredients to make that so she can spike one of the daggers.
Perfect.
I mean, I kind of want to make a fucking poison flower crown.
That would be amazing. Go ahead and do 3 d20 rolls for me for passive nature checks for while you're writing.
So I'm adding my nature to it?
Yes, add your nature to it, and there'll be just 3 rolling nature checks, so I don't have to make you roll every few minutes.
It's a natural 1 for that first one, so that was a 6.
Okay.
Dice jail immediately. Don't have time for you today.
I have 1 set of dice for Feronia right now. That's uncommon. Gotta
That's
make
better.
some.
The second one is 21.
Awesome.
And another 21.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So, as you head out of town, we are going to move everyone over to the map of Barovia. Okay. As you head out of town, you see the town getting smaller in the background. Everyone is chilling in the cart. You have Irina sitting up front, and we said who is driving the cart.
Oh, who is driving the cart?
Scgyver, maybe?
Okay.
Scgyver
is.
Let's say Ydrish and Scgyver are kind of in charge of that.
I like that.
The
men are
dudes.
driving.
Sorry, the men have to be driving because apparently women can't do anything here?
Oh, that's right. So we are boycotting, but we're also sitting on the very, very end of the cart so that it's the weight balance, because those 2 heavy characters
Giant
are
dudes.
at the front. It's just gonna nosedive.
Thick ass
into the
dragon.
ground.
Yeah, we got a thick ass dragon boy, and then we've got the fucking paladin and all of his fucking armor in the front. So it's like, yeah, we probably should sit at the back to counterbalance.
It's true.
With our 5 tiny girls.
Do I need to make any checks for making armor?
No. You're already a tinkerer, you're pretty proficient in it, and you've got all the things you need, so I'm fine with you just working on it.
Fucking fine, I see it.
Can I keep an eye out for specifically flower? Can I just keep an eye out for anything flowering so I can just like hop off and grab it and then...
Yes. Make 3 perception checks for me.
Just regular perception?
Yes.
Or nature?
You can do natures.
Ooh, natural 20. So a 24. A 16. And another natural 20. What the fuck?
You really want those?
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm hanging
Thank
out
you.
with Feronia for the rest of this session. And
Here's the thing. Yesterday I rolled so shit the entire game, so it's balancing.
Yeah.
It's the Wheaton law of balance.
Okay.
Alright.
So
yeah, that
as
was a 24, a 16, and a 24.
Perfect. As you are making your way across, you're seeing the very familiar path that you have seen from the time that you went to the encampment. You're on the same exact path, so you kind of are a little bit familiar with the layout of the land at this point in time.
And have an avid phobia of scarecrows or
True.
No, I'll still fight a fucking scarecrow.
And there's Feronia. Okay.
There she is.
Her key phrase, bet.
Yeah.
We lost Feronia. Hold on, wait a minute. We need to fight this thing. She just comes running out and just
I got this!
Running out, fucking horns forward. She's like, what's up?
Right, so you ride around for about 30 minutes. You get to the bridge and cross the bridge, and you start to head into the wooded area.
No, I need to stop doing that shit because we've already made this joke recently with another game.
So as you head into the wooded area, you can see the trees crawling in. As you look at the pair of your new adventurers that are with you, you've got Irina and Lorraine. Irina just looks, okay, cool, been here, done that. And Lorraine is kind of interested and in awe, but at the same time slightly confused and a little scared because she has not ever traveled. So this is her first time outside Barovia, the village of Barovia. So she's kind of like, this is really amazing. This is really scary. I'm gonna die.
very terrifying.
Feronia's just like, can I write flowers into your hair?
Aww.
Okay.
And
She's trying to like do something like nice and comforting, and so she braids flowers.
Whiskey's lounging beside her, but not like suffocatingly close, and avidly, like just distractedly pointing out different plants. Like, oh, that's a fern over there, and that's that kind of tree, and also while keeping an eye out for nightshade and wolfsbane. So
Yes.
it's her distracted way of searching, which is why she rolled so shitty for the first one, because pretty girl. So excited. So she's just pointing out like, oh, these are some of my favorite plants. That one and that one.
Cool. Awesome. You
Keeping an eye
continue
out for
to
pretty flowers.
always. You continue to make your way through the woods, and you begin to hear that sound of the water flowing as you reach the bend. So you've made your way in, you've come around, you're starting to see, you can hear the water now rushing, and you're coming up on that water bank area of...
This is the place that had like the creepy dark spot in the water, right?
Yes. Yeah, so this is the place with the creepy dark spot where you are at. And as you continue to head in just a little bit further, you kind of make your way around that. Lorraine is super interested. She's like, water. And just really enamored by it because she hasn't seen the river this close up before. They have wells inside the village of Barovia where they pull all of their water from. So this is her first time actually seeing the Seer River. Or the Eveless River, sorry. So you guys head back in to the woods, and you've got that little itty bit of time before you hit your fork. Everybody roll a perception check. Please.
Let's see how this goes.
I'm going to not roll Scgyver with the blood of my player's dice. Okay.
9.
9?
15.
We here at Chaos Conclave are all very large fans of the good folks over at Critical
Okay.
Role. She's +4. So, okay, Scgyver rolled a 19.
Alright, I'm getting ready to roll Ydrish. I'm just having trouble doing math for Rion.
You're good. Numbers are hard.
12 for Rion.
Okay.
For Sky, not Skyver.
For my
Ydrish,
actual cat
we'll
named
go with
Frumpkin.
that. He's also a +3.
winning at 15?
Strikes again. Okay. Scgyver was 15 plus his perception modifier of 4, which brought him up to a 19.
Good.
So-
At least 2 of us can see things.
Oh, I gotta roll a rain.
I'm distracted.
With your girlfriend.
Hey.
This is becoming a problem.
You'll get better.
Get married and then you'll
And
be
she's
fine.
got a 4, so that's an 18 for Lorraine.
I made armor for a cat. I have no excuse.
Get
It's
a
true.
girlfriend, have her steal your job, and
All
Set.
right.
You're set.
She's also very enamored and staring at things she's never seen before. So as you make your way away from the water and you start heading, all of a sudden Lorraine looks over and she just starts tapping on Whiskey's shoulder and she's like, oh, what's that? And she points and you see these little sticks that are walking around. Little tiny sticks walking around. There's 5 of them. Animate sticks.
You cut
that
out?
yeah, that it cut out.
So you cut out, and it's
Oh lord. Did I
What
say
did I
anime
miss?
dicks?
animated dicks.
Get a dick.
We've got animated dicks, guys.
Bad-
Welcome to game
Oh, this
today.
is- Animated dicks.
What's that?
Dick Rat's revenge.
Oh
Dick Rat came back as a fucking.
Literally a fucking stick.
Whiskey responds to her, and she's like, "Not something I trust." And Bo's not going to work with this one. She pulls out her sickle, like, just has it in hand.
She's like, well, I don't love that.
no. Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
You
step
see
up.
these 5 dicks.
No, it cut out again.
Dick.
Why? Why does my mic not like the S sound?
Because it's too sibilant and it freaks out.
It's
Dicks.
officially going into my
Dicks.
notes. It's
They're animated dicks.
Animated dicks.
Okay, so these 5 animated sticks
There we go.
continue to walk forward, and they're getting closer to the path. And then behind them, Scgyver notices a creature. It looks like a human that is wearing all brown and green clothes, walking slowly behind these sticks.
Can I put aside my chainmail and I'm gonna hop out of
Yes.
the cart with my quarterstaff. There we go.
words.
So follow her.
Okay, so now we've got 2 people hopped out. Scgyver at this point is going to go ahead and stop the cart on the path. He's going to go ahead and stay in the cart, but stop the cart. Lorraine's kind of just watching. Do all sticks move like this?
No.
Did they? No? Oh,
No.
okay.
Nope. Nope.
I've never seen these before. What do we do?
Well, we might need to kill them if they try to hurt us.
That's the thing.
That's
I have
the
a
thing.
sword. I can do this.
You do have a sword, and you know how to hold it now.
I do. Scgyver taught me.
Yes.
Awesome. Do you want to try and engage?
Hold on, I'm trying to do something, but I had Lorraine's character.
Okay.
But I was really confused why I didn't have spells. I was like, where are my spells? Sorry.
Lorraine is not a spellcaster.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
she put a spell on
I
Whiskey,
want-
but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking towards him, and I want to.
I'm gonna start walking towards him and I want to actually like say something and just be like, well, Matt.
I want to be ready to shoot off a firebolt if they
Yeah.
start doing anything.
Start
But
shit
I'm gonna let
with
my wife
firebolt.
do her thing first.
Excellent. So I'm just like walking forward, and I like the rapier's hanging from her belt, but she's not touching it right now. She's like, "How's it going? How are you doing? What's with the sticks?"
Man looks at you. What are you doing in my woods?
Just passing through, friend.
Not really doing anything. We're just taking a ride on the way through. Is there something you needed from us?
Shouldn't be in these woods. These are my woods. It's not safe for you.
Well, we hadn't known it was anybody's woods. We're just passing. I mean, like I said, we're just passing through on our way to what's it? Fuck, babe, what's it called? What's the place we're going?
Oh my god, I have written.
Sorry, I couldn't remember it. I have
Vallaki. We're visiting the Vallaki. Yes, good.
Yes, we're going to Vallaki. We're passing through on our way to Vallaki, apparently, and genuinely, we had no idea that these woods happen to belong to somebody because we passed through here before to go visit the Vistani. Jesus, fuck, sorry, I have brain damage.
You're good.
Brain damage, like
Brain
in real
damage.
life.
Are you
Brain
one of them?
damage.
In God's name.
No, but we were sort of asked here by them to help with some problems. But mostly we're trying to escort our friend over to, you just told me what it's called.
Vallaki.
We're just trying to escort our friend over to Vallaki. We have no quarrel with you, mate.
And at that point, he looks to the cart, sees Irina, and the twigs attack.
Oh, I shoot a firebolt right at him.
All right, go
Right to
ahead
the
and
fucking source.
everyone roll for initiative.
Okay, this dice is done. Nope.
That's a natural one.
Jeez, mate!
So that plus whatever your initiative is. I got 4 total for my initiative.
Yeah, are we gonna
Okay.
go like in a specific order, or you just want to hear them all? Hear us go off?
Give me 1 second. He's gonna stay.
All right, for initiative.
All right, the board is set. Go ahead and arrange your characters as you see them inside the cart. Irina is right here. She is on the road with you.
Where's the guy? Oh, right there. So
Yes.
we're probably like up here, right?
Yes.
Oh, there's the guy? Yeah, we were pretty like over this way.
He's here, so we'd probably be like. I don't think we'd be that close to this guy, but
I think
We're all,
like
on
there.
we're all on the cart, or did we move off the cart at the
Some
time?
people did
we
step
hopped
off
off
the
the
cart.
I
Scgyver
probably
and
not.
Ydrish are on the cart. Irina is on the cart directly behind them.
I think Sasha, I think we're right around here.
yeah, I'm right by you.
So then Lorraine would have been over here and Whiskey probably next to Lorraine still, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So go ahead and add your initiative into the initiative tracker.
Oh no, I don't remember what I rolled. I think it was
Stupid low.
6. Oh no, why-
Rolled 10.
I think I rolled a 6. Oh my god, why is
Yeah, you rolled a 6, Sasha.
There we go.
You rolled a 6. Whiskey rolled a natural 1, so plus whatever your stuff
Get
is.
them out now so my attacks are better.
There you go. Well, what did Aegis roll?
I don't remember. Not well. 6 plus 2 is 8.
Okay, I will put him in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have a magic button to put that in order?
I do.
Good. I need to like sage myself. My dice rolls have been so bad all weekend.
I need to sage these dice. This is bad.
Okay, so the first one is coming up and making a
Do I get
beeline.
a
Yes.
surprise?
Yes, because you were holding your action.
Surprise?
That's good. I believe that's a 17 to hit him. Yep. 17
And
to hit.
yes, a 17 will hit.
That is the wrong character. But yes, it's a 17. And I believe it's 1d10.
All right, so you loose the firebolt that you've been holding, and you shoot the one that's going directly after Irina.
I shot it at him.
At the man?
Yep.
The
Or
guy?
the stick?
The guy.
Okay.
The guy.
The guy. And you said 2?
Yeah, I'm double checking it real quick. Just because this is our first fight, y'all. Since sessions
Hey.
ago.
Welcome to the forest. It wants to kill you.
True.
Damn it. Forest wants to murder us.
Yeah, just 2 damage.
All right, so that firebolt looses, hits the man, and he just kind of takes the hit, looks at it, and then you see this twig running, I am Groot style, directly at Irina. It's going to make it all the way up to Irina, and he goes, Goosh! And attacks Irina. That is a 23 to hit, so he definitely hits Irina. And the damage is... does 5 damage as he rakes across her with his claws made of twigs. And she kind of takes the hit and is stunned and immediately realizes just how bad of an idea it was for her to leave the village of Barovia.
Not so safe.
And it is now Scgyver's turn. So Scgyver is sitting inside his cart still. He has not gotten out of the cart. He is enjoying his placement. He's going to stay with the cart because last time everyone got out of the cart disappeared.
Yep.
And so... as he stays in the cart, he is going to go ahead and use he is going to go ahead, and since he is next to the one that just attacked Irina, he is going to make a attack with his longsword at the creature. And that definitely hits. And he does 1d8 of damage to this homie. So that is 1d8 plus 7 for him. So that has 9 points of damage. And this little bugaboo is deadaboo. Ka-choo.
Deadaboo.
So he one-shot kills this kid. It is completely dead, and that is the payback for hitting Irina.
Fair enough.
Next up is Irina herself. She is absolutely angry. She is very much so not in a happy place right now. And so as she is kind of taken aback by that hit, she kind of looks out to see what's going on around and try and make her move for what she wants to hit. And she's going to go ahead and hop out of the cart and move to attack. She got a little bit of a temper on her, so we've got 5, 10, 15.
A redhead having a temper?
Shocking, right? She's going to come up at this
Crazy.
one and swing to attack him. That most definitely hits at a 22 to hit. And she's making a swing. I swear I did not put all 3 of the characters that I am controlling next to each other on purpose. She is going to go
Keep all
ahead
your
and
ducks in a row.
take a swing with her longsword. And that is 11 damage. So she takes this one, and same thing, just like Scgyver. One hit just beats the tar out of him and absolutely moitas him. So now there are 2 sticks
Moita.
on the ground. Moitas him. Absolutely moitas him. So now we've got 2 sticks on the ground, and it is time for our next stick to attack. This stick is absolutely cranky. He now sees 2 of his friends that are dead and sees humans closing in on the man that is with them. So he's going to move up to Arena and swing to hit her, which he misses. And then we have the next one. So this next one is sitting here over by the tree, trying to be slick, kind of hiding. And he's like, "My brothers!" Only he says it, "I am Groot." But he doesn't because we do not copyright that. And he also takes a swing at Arena, but is so upset that his brother's stick died that he misses. He goes to take the claws, but catches a glimpse of his dead fallen friend now becoming tinder on the ground and just misses and starts crying lightly. And with that, it is Lorraine's turn. And Lorraine's like, oh, I can do a thing. I can do a thing. Hold on.
Got
This
this.
is, yeah. I can fight.
And think of it as just a troublesome person in the bar. You just need to put him down.
And she is going to jump out of the cart and run, screaming, "Ah!" as she comes up next to Arena.
Right between me and Ferroni. I was just like, oh.
Just shoved straight through, adrenaline going. And swings at this guy, and she hits him. She makes contact. And in rolling her damage, sunk, just straight up cuts the stick in half.
Fire.
So he is now also dead. And she just goes, "Come at the villagers of Barovia and get hit!" Completely different person. And it is now Feronia's turn.
So, I'm gonna draw the spot where I want to cast it. Let me double check my measurements really quick, though. 10. God damn it. No. There we go. That's a safe. Okie dokie. I am going to cast Shatter right here where the X is because it has a 10-foot radius. So I don't want to hit our buddies.
Correct.
So I'm going to cast Shatter. So let's see. To cast Shatter, I'm going to need a Con 15 save from whomst? This guy, and this guy need to give me 15 or above con saving throws.
All right. This guy right here makes the con save, but the man and this stick do not.
Excellent. All right, so I need to roll. Oh, fuck me. What did I manage to do there? Sorry. So minimize my thing. It is 3d8 thunder damage. Where's d8? Get over here. Thank you. So, boo. 1, 7, 14 thunder damage.
Okay. So this stick that did not make it is dead. He did not survive. The thunder hit him, and you just see him splinter into 20 different pieces.
And the one that saved takes half damage, so he takes 7 damage.
Okay. And then the human takes 14 damage, you said?
Correct.
Or the creature that has legs. All right.
The speaking dude.
Yes, the thing that talks in common just took 14 points of damage, and the twig that saved took 7, so he too is officially gone.
Good.
Now that you've started killing all of these sticks, you have obviously alerted the wolves in the wood that
Apparently.
this
so
is what happens when you kill the trees. All right.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna be like, what can I do as a bonus action? I'm still like learning how this works. Bardic Inspiration, excellent. So on that note, I'm gonna inspire my beautiful wife by just honestly, I'm just gonna give her like a fucking smack on the ass, basically. Just be like, all right, we got this.
Okay.
Truly, nothing more inspiring.
And
It's like,
with
get him, babe.
it is Idris's turn.
Yeah, because we killed all the fucking sticks.
Fuck it, we're gonna go and do a first level guiding bolt on the dude. Because that's what I
Okay.
got. And I'm actually just gonna roll on here, because well, not a whisper roll. Oh. Well, that sucked. Nope. He rolled a 9.
Nope.
Yeah, that does not hit. So Idris looses the guiding bolt, and the man sees it coming, and you see him just use his quarterstaff to shove it out of the way, and he completely dodges it, and it dissipates into the brush.
Imagine Idris would just kind of huff and be like, oh.
Yes. And now it is Rian's turn.
Okay. Rian is going to, looking over here, is there probably like a rock that's about 1 to 5 pounds?
Yes.
As close to 5 pounds as possible, and she's going to use catapult.
Okay.
Please let this work. Please let one of my rolls work. Oh, he has to make a saving throw. I don't have to roll. He has to make a dex saving throw, beat 14.
And he fails miserably.
3d8 bludgeoning. Here's 1. Let's do 3. That's a d10. Ooh. Oh no. Hold on.
Series of ooh, oh no. I was like, what on earth is happening there?
That'd be 20 points of damage.
Wait, so you hit him, and he just goes, "Buh!" The rock that you hit him with just bludgeons him right in the base of the head, and he like stumbles forward, almost falls, reaches the back of his head, grabs his head in his hand, and he's just like, oh, one hand on his knees, completely doubled over, takes his hand out and sees it just covered in blood. He is now bleeding profusely from the head.
I would like to take a step forward and just be like, we did warn you, darling.
Okay.
That's all I can.
And with that, it is now his turn.
Let's go.
He is 38 hot. He is not happy with you at all. And he is going to go ahead.
Because he fucking attacked our friend, so.
Bring it, fucko.
And he takes his hand and just shoots this barrel of energy directly towards the party. And he casts Thunder Wave.
Damn it.
So I need
Oh, damn it, I should have had you
a 15-foot cube. So
originating from him. And we all need to make Constitution saving throws.
Actually, the only people that need to make Constitution saving throws are Lorraine, Arena, and Rian.
You have inspiration.
Oh, I do. What is that, a d6?
A D6 right now.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I need
still.
I'm
pretty sure it's a
Lorraine.
D6.
Ooh, I don't even need it.
Yeah, it's 1d6 right now.
That would be a 21.
Oh, good job, babe. So,
Does that save?
I hope so. God.
Just slam
And
my quarterstaff in the ground and brace myself.
yes, so all three of you actually make that save. Holy crap.
Fuck this.
Strong!
We are hockey.
Team of
How the hell did all three of you make that save? Okay. The dice really like the NPCs. Okay.
The dice will
All right.
protect our babies.
So he just shoots this thunder wave, and you kind of feel it ripple through you. But at the same time, it just doesn't affect you. And the three of you just look at him. Just barrel eyes on the prize, just laser cat eyes, getting ready to go after him. And he just kind of stands there dumbfounded. And it is now Whiskey's turn.
Puts away her sickle and she brings out her longbow. And she is going to shoot.
Use your crossbow. Use your crossbow.
Crossbow?
Use the crossbow.
Okay.
Remember, it's got the pluses to it.
Okay. Retract that. She brings out
Crossbow.
the crossbow. New. I wanted to try this out. Not used a crossbow before. I have to look up those notes again on what the extra stuff
I can
is.
tell you. It was a +1. You don't have to worry about reload. As long as my thing's on. I'll double check it though, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a +1 bonus to attack and damage. And it ignores the loading property.
Alright. She just speaks in Infernal. She's like, enough with this.
All right. And what's your roll to hit?
Ooh. Ooh. That's a rolled 19. So +3 would be a 21.
That hits.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
3. It's a 4 damage.
That's remembering the +1?
Yes. So that was
Alright.
+2 for the DC and or the hit, and then +1 with the crossbow.
So, as you loose this crossbow, he has just thrown this thunder wave at everyone. So his hands are reaching forward. You see as this wave ripples through everyone and they kind of like stutter a little bit. You loose the arrow, and as you loose the arrow, it goes directly through his hand and smacks him right in the chest, and you impale his hand directly over his heart. And with that, he is dead.
Yes. She just kind of salutes to him. She's like, that was fun. Rian, I really like this crossbow. Good job.
Not a problem.
And with that,
If she has a power stance to try to show off a little bit, that's no one else's business.
Can I go over
Your
and
girlfriend?
start rummaging through his body, figure out who the fuck
Oh
this
yeah,
was?
I absolutely want to go and fucking poke at his body and see what he's got in his pockets.
absolutely. And anyone else want to try and figure out what the hell just attacked you?
The body, I'll go look at some of these stick things. Like fuck it, just like what the
Look
fuck is
through.
that shit?
Oh, that's not me. That's Whiskey.
And go ahead and roll your checks if you want to investigate.
Investigation.
Oh, that's gonna
Ooh.
be 22.
Whiskey's
22
fuck,
for
I just got a
Rian.
natural 20, so a 24 on the fucking stick things.
All right, 24 on the
Yes.
sticks. And Whiskey?
I am looking at the surrounding area to see if anything is incoming with all the noise.
Okay. Whiskey, you do not see anything. It looks like whatever this dude was, he was pretty much monitoring this area of the woods, and so there is nothing else in the vicinity. So you are good.
Excellent. She's gonna walk over to Lorraine.
Perfect. For Ronia, you are taking a look at the stick creatures. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
Arcana?
Yes. Or in nature, either one, whichever you want.
Nature? Cool. Nature is slightly better. That's a 13.
Okay. And as you take a look at these sticks, you kind of notice that they're in a human form, like a humanoid form, but they are definitely a plant-based creature. You've heard about these before, and they are called twig blights.
Blights.
Yes. So they're a cross between a Groot and a Mandrake, and can be aligned with other creatures and magic users. And for Rion, as you go through, you're looking at this dude with his staff. You find a pouch that has 5 pieces of silver in it. And then you find a bunch of just pouches of dirt, leaves, twigs. And the more you look at him and the way he's dressed and what's in his pockets, you realize that this is a druid who was living in the woods. So you got 5 silver from him.
I wouldn't feel bad.
Can I steal some of his pouches just to like store stuff in?
Yeah.
I'll take a couple pouches.
I love.
Yeah. You have no idea what anything on his belt pouches are, or what anything in his belt pouches are, but there's just like soil and leaves and sticks.
I'm gonna take the whole all of them to look
Okay.
at and see if I can figure out like why he has all this stuff besides just being
So
weird.
Rian can walk around being like, I have a bag of dirt.
Okay, so the first package you take is going to be about, where's my ruler? 3.5 inches wide by about 6 inches long. And then the second one is going to be 6 by 6.
And it's got like a mix of like natural materials in it.
Yeah, just a mix of just natural stuff. And they are both made out of leather, and they have loops on the back so you can put them on your belt if you choose.
Okay, I'm just gonna toss them into the cart for now.
Okay. All right.
What about his staff? Does his staff just look normal, or?
Yeah, it's kind of carved. It looks like he probably used some sort of magic. You know, he's a druid now, so he probably used some sort of magic to like carve it into just a vaguely looking facial feature on the top. But other than that, it's a stick. It's like a walking stick or a walking staff.
Sure, that sure is a stick.
Should we pull his body off the road?
Man, you guys are lucky I didn't use Tasha's hideous laughter because I had a real stinker ready. I had a real stinker ready, guys.
It does make me wonder.
It's not as useful anymore after this unless we run into more twig blights.
It does make me wonder how he survived out in these woods if Strahd has eyes everywhere, unless he himself was a spy.
Maybe he's a Strahd spy. You know. Or he could just
And
be
if
a
that's the
fucking
case-
dick.
If that's the case, if we're gonna keep going forward, might as well leave some food for the werewolves.
Yeah, we could probably
So it doesn't come after us.
pull it into the woods a little bit off, so not so obvious.
Off the road. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like between these woods and the rocks.
Maybe.
I'm gonna attempt to pull his body over. I have a 0 strength.
Oh,
so
babe.
should I
Babe, your
roll,
strength
or-
is not that high.
I'm gonna try it. I rolled an 8.
Love you.
Can I get a little
Oh,
help,
jeez, bud.
please?
Yeah, Ferodia's gonna come over and help. Oh, fuck, I also got an 8. I got a 7.
Well,
God
with the
damn it.
pair of you, you kind of manage to like and you finally get him like slightly behind the rocks. So he's in between the rocks.
Whiskey turns to
like with her back.
Scgyver and Ydrish over on the cart, just raising an eyebrow, like, not gonna. Okay, like,
And they're both just like, cart, not losing it again.
got it. Good.
Because you have already lost one cart before.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But hey, I kill things.
It's true.
Seems that the cot went missing.
Okay. And
Good
so,
job.
I'm not wordy enough to be Ydrish.
True.
I gave
And-
college try.
With that, you see Irina docking back to the cart. She's just muttering under her breath, and she's like, I hate being outside of the city. Why do I have to leave? It's just pain in my ass. Everything just tries to kill me all the time. And she's just super muttering and like really angry and annoyed under her breath. And then you see Lorraine, and she's trying so desperately to like effectively get her sword back in the sheath, but she's kind of having problems with it because she's still pretty new at it.
Whiskey holds out a hand and just keeps the scabbard.
And she's
Daddy.
like, thank you. And slides it in. She goes, I killed it!
You did. How do you feel? First
That was
fight,
kind of fun.
isn't it?
I sort of liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but I like it.
Something tells me you're going to be good at it very quickly. And another thing tells me that we're probably going to get a lot of practice, so this should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have so many other weapons too. I can't wait to try the rest of them. And
My
she's just like
uses-
enamored looking at all of her weapons. And she's like, oh, yes.
Weapons are a lot of fun. I've never used a crossbow before. That was great.
That was impressive. You shot him straight through the hand.
Thank you. You should have seen the guy where I shot him through his middle finger.
Just keep in mind, Whiskey Darling, that not all crossbows load themselves. So there may come a time.
I already told you this crossbow is amazing. Oh, you have to re-enchant it.
If I need to use my infusions for other things, there's a chance I may have to unenchant that, depending on situations.
Well, I'm gonna use it and cherish it for as long as it's there. And if not, I have other weapons. Speaking of which, I need to figure out better things to do with these daggers. I love them. They're beautiful. I think they need to be a little bit more potent.
All right.
Yeah.
And so with
We should
that,
get going.
Yeah, hop back on the cart.
are we all setting back off on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, Irina. Like, once we get back on the road a little bit, and like after a minute, I'm like, hey, Irina,
Yeah?
what do you mean that everything always tries to fucking kill you when you leave the city? Please
I'm-
elaborate.
Pretty sure that's in common. Every time I leave the city, everything tries to kill me.
Have you left the city?
Specific?
You know how things like to attack my house? Well, they attack the house because I'm in it, and that's the only way to get to me. So when I'm not in the house, they attack me.
And you don't know, my darling.
I assume it has something to do with Strahd's obsession, but that's all I know.
Oh, that's
Can I
like,
exchange
Strahd
a
is, like,
glance
obsessed with her.
Because I think right now we're the only two that actually know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are the
Rhea,
only
yeah,
two
but
that
you
actually
guys
know.
didn't tell us.
Tell anybody without
No.
her being there.
did you find anything in those journals about?
We found a few things.
We just
Let's get moving.
butter
And
the
Idris
train, be
just kind of like
well,
elbows Scgyver and is like, get moving now. So you set back out on the road. Precisely what Idris is doing right now. You set back out on the road and you are heading down to the path and you get to the fork. Which direction do you want to go through the fork?
Which fork is it?
This is the same fork that took you to the right.
Bridge?
It takes you through. You're at this fork.
Okay.
yeah, here. Hey, twinsies. Well, if we go to the right, it takes us along that creepy little, by that creepy water. And past. Yeah, it'll take us past the Vistani camp, and they may
And you
have
just see Irina,
information.
and she just spits on the ground. She's like, I'd rather not go through there,
Yeah,
but I will if we have to.
Vistani! They seem grateful.
I don't
Is there anything else
They
we
might
can
be
gain from them?
I do not think it's a good idea to
They
take
might
Verona
actually-
past the Vistani, and I kind of just stare at Feronia. It might be a bit longer, but...
And then Ydrish is like,
I quite believe that even though we have already gone through that path, that it may be better for our general life if we perchance take the path to the left, and then we can explore more of this land, because I, for one, am quite interested in learning more about it.
We haven't seen the path to the left. I'm all ears for something new.
Ah, wonderful. Scgyver, sir, take us to the left.
I don't think
is-
the Vistrani
Fernie is
have
like,
anything
"Yes,
new
new
for us
things."
anyways.
When it's phrased like that, Fernie's like, "Oh wait, you're right. New things, excellent. I love new stuff. I know. I
New
love
things,
new things."
potentially flowers,
true.
potentially
True.
plants,
All right.
potentially scarecrows to demolish.
Beyond your gods.
So as you take the fork to the left, you see that you are now encountering a little bit more hill than you've seen so far in Barovia. You start to kind of make a path up, so you're gaining elevation a little bit, and you can see a little bit more of the land. So it looks that to the left of you, now that you're making your way around, there's a kind of prairie, very grassy sort of area that seems to extend, and then the elevation begins to get higher and higher, and you can see a mountain off in the distance. And as you continue on that path, you see a little hill that separates the woods that would have been on your left had you taken the other path, and there's a little woody patch there. As you continue to go through, you're staying on this kind of like one elevation level higher and moving forward off to the right-hand side at the base of the hill, where it kind of pulls up into that one more level up next to the trees. Whiskey, you spot a dark purple flower.
I go grab it. The cart can keep moving. She's just gonna hop out and go grab it really
Yeah.
quick.
Okay. All right. And so as you hop out and grab this dark purple flower, you see it's a little bush. It's got teardrop-shaped leaves, and then hanging off of little stems are purple flowers that look actually kind of like trumpet bells at the bottom. And you can tell that this is a nightshade plant. So once you get up to it, you can pull about 4 different flowers of the nightshade off.
Probably
Hey,
like
Feronia, I
general
found
use
some
flowers.
flowers.
Flowers. She probably like goes over and she's just like wide-eyed, just like,
Careful, these are nightshade flowers, but they're flowers and they are pretty.
"Ah, pretty. Are the flowers poisonous, or is it just other bits?"
Whiskey would know that.
Yes, Whiskey would know that. I'm actually doing research, though. I don't know if it's just the
Oh,
flowers
you're
that are
going,
poisonous or if
"Shit."
it's the whole thing. It is the fruit of the belladonna that is actually toxic. So, things that you learn playing D&D. It is not actually the flowers that are toxic, it is the fruits.
Greens and foxglove are very toxic. The big,
So-
big leaves, which is a bummer because I want to make a salad out of them. They look delicious.
Don't do
Thanks,
that.
brain. I haven't. It's just my brain goes, "This looks leafy. Crunch it." I'm like, "No."
By design.
Yes.
There's a reason why
So the most toxic part of the belladonna or nightshade is actually the root. And then the leaves are the most toxic, followed by the berries, and then the flowers are the least toxic, however, still toxic.
Feronia's
So-
like,
No
"Can I make a
berries.
flower?" Can I
There
make
are
something out of
also
it or no?
berries.
Okay.
Ooh.
I want leaves and berries and flowers, whatever I can harvest safely.
Feronia's
I
like,
just
"Can I-
foresee
can I?"
Whiskey grabbing the plant and pulling the whole thing out of the ground.
I'm not sure she's that strong, but yeah, the root would be like
Yeah.
amazing.
Deeply rooted, I would imagine.
I mean, you also have like a million
Hey.
daggers. Just use your daggers to like dig it
It's like
Yeah.
use your dagger to stab the ground.
I
Loosen
mean,
it up a little.
Whiskey does take out her scythe and see if she can hack off part
your
of it
sickle?
to get her sickle. Yeah, to get hack off
Yes.
part of the plant to get further into like that portion of the root and drag
Yeah.
that up.
And she can. So we'll say that Feronia will give you the 3 to 4 flowers.
Excellent. I probably put them in their own separate little bag so it doesn't like taint all my other flowers.
Taint flowers.
And then
Tainted flowers. Taint
Whiskey
flowers.
can go ahead and take, we'll say, like 6 or 7 leaves and a couple of the stems.
Can you hurry up? I'm getting nervous.
Yeah. And you will hop back into the cart and head right back off again. So once again, you continue, and now as you follow this path, you kind of come down off the hill that you were on and back into the woods. So now woods are creeping through on both sides. You could hear the wolves in the background, and you notice that it's very weird because these wolves are actually making noise, and it's almost the middle of the day at this point. You've been on the road for a few hours. It's probably around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you head back into these woods and make your way down for quite a bit until you hit a very strong turn in the road that almost turns you a complete 180 degrees. It's darn near a full U-turn. So you are right here right now. Being right there, you can continue on the actual road, which is going to take you around, or you can cut through this area right here. That is your choice.
Would that area be considered grass plains because of the green
Yes.
on it? Adventure.
Will the cop make it?
It will also slow you down because you are not going to be on a path, so you will be trudging through probably like knee-high grass. Just
Adventure.
as a thing.
Whiskey looks longingly at the grasslands.
Would it be looking at it, could we surmise would it be quicker to take even though it slows us down, would it still be quicker than going all the way around?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think expedience is a friend in this place, so perhaps we should.
No road untraveled.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time.
As you kind of take a look, you can see probably about half a mile away from where you are, right at the curve of this road, you can see a little grassy area. And then on the other side of the grassy area, you can see the road. Now, because you are with Irina, who does know that that is the same road you are driving down, she kind of says, like, yeah, if you want, you can cut through here, but there might be shit in the grass. So,
That's not a problem, dear.
Question. Whiskey.
answer.
Whiskey, how about you and possibly me scout ahead first to make sure there's nothing in there that's like creepy crawly or a giant fucking pit or something. And then we can decide whether or not the cart can come through.
That's a good idea. I'm fine with that.
I occasionally have them.
Just be careful, dearest.
Of
All
course,
right.
love.
So Whiskey is going with Feronia to scout ahead.
Yeah, just a scooch.
There's
You
one
said this
thing
is
I
your
know,
favorite
it's
terrain,
grass.
right?
This is my favorite terrain, so I am so jazzed. She's so happy to see something like home.
Great. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
Get advantage on perception since it's a favorite terrain.
Perception. What do I know is my proficiency? If it's in black dots?
Yes.
And it should automatically be added in, but if you have to add
God,
more
no, that's not under my. That's not under my proficiency bonus. Perception, you said? That's a 15. I wish
For running?
perception. It
13?
says
13.
Oh, so that's dope.
proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check on my favorite terrain.
So,
It does say that while traveling for an hour or more in chosen terrain, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel.
oh, that's nice.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I just read that. I was just like, yes.
Ooh, that's
so
not
we're
bad.
not actually slowed by it. It was just like, oh, that's why Whiskey's just like, that's not a problem. It's
Okay.
not
All
an
right.
issue.
And
And
I
we
still
can
think
move
scouting ahead is a good
stealthy,
idea,
and
though.
we can move stealthy at a normal pace. Oh, well, alone. Never mind. That was just me.
okay.
That's just you, I was gonna say. But yeah, so I got a 13 for a perception check to make sure there's nothing weird here.
Sasha, even or odd?
Huh?
Odd.
Even or odd?
Who'd you ask?
Mine says while tracking creatures, you also learn the exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we've run into any creatures like that.
I said Sasha, even or odd.
Oh,
All right, fine. Okay. So you all scout ahead. You don't see anything in the grass that would be weird or scary, anything like that. So you can relay back to the group and they can head on through.
I see nothing. And I have good eyes for this.
I trust you. I'm gonna hop off the cart just in case, just because the weight and everything. To make it easier.
I am gonna, I'll navigate in front of the cart to point out potholes so we get through here quicker.
So y'all make it through just fine. Nothing happens. Nothing jumps out at you.
Whoops,
Good work.
Ranger.
Go team. Good job picking odds.
You're welcome.
I even wrote it down so I couldn't change my mind after I asked you guys.
Teamwork.
Whiskey's only mildly disappointed, but still, it was fun.
For
I mean,
herself for having the idea to take a look.
okay. So you
Also,
make it.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Whiskey brushes
Did
her.
anyone get hurt? Oh. Alright, I was gonna ask, did anyone get hurt when we were fighting? Just, I know
Yes.
Arena got a little hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I just want to do, hold on. Let me double check this works how I think it does. Christ. Oh, no. Damn it. That's a short rest. We haven't done one of those. Never mind. I was gonna do
Whiskey just
Song of
kind
Rest.
of bends down and runs her hand through the grass just to as a comfort before like
Yes,
she
exactly.
does the Disney scoop where she like keeps walking but like just brushes her hands against it but is still going forward.
Kat, what were you
I'm
trying to
triggered. I was gonna
My
do Song of Healing, but we have
job
to
is
do
to ruin people.
Oh yeah, it's over a rest.
we have to do a short rest for that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh god, that just reminded me of the time I briefly worked at Disney. I'm just like, oh, the Disney scoop. I still do it
Awesome.
all the time.
So you make it through the grassy area. Good boy. I'm very proud of you. That was a good boy. We're teaching him to put his head over instead of under arms for pets. So you make it through and you hop back out onto the road. Arena directs you all to head to the right to continue on the path. So you head back to the right, and very soon you see another bridge. Irina is very obviously getting extremely unnerved, and she just kind of looks at everyone and goes, "Can we go really fast? We're about to pop up on the castle, and I don't want to die."
Scouts. If I cast Thaumaturgy, that's only on me for any. It's just eye
Thaumaturgy's
color and
pretty
stuff.
minor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip. It's very minor. The best I could offer is to cast Silence on us.
Does anyone have a spare cloak that we can toss over Arena to hide her hair?
has one that she can throw up, but still she is extremely uncomfortable getting ready to cross this bridge.
Let me. What is Arena's AC?
17.
Jeez. Strong
She's
bear.
30.
She is?
I feel so squishy in comparison to these other two girls that we've picked up.
Need to get you some
I mean,
braces of protection or something.
when you're born into strife, strife is thrust upon you, and you are therefore built based upon it.
I'm gonna have. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. How long did this one last? Sorry, I'm checking times. God, these are so short. No, I'm gonna wait because
At this point, she has asked that you guys stop the cart while you figure this out because she does not want to cross that bridge until she absolutely has to.
I have. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, the best I've got is a silence spell, and then all of my various defensive ones.
I have protection from evil and good. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. I don't know if Strahd counts as one of those.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Vampire, those are undead.
Supposedly. The only problem with
I mean,
casting silence on us is all magic users are fucked.
Right,
Yeah,
because he won't be
that's
able
what I'm
to.
thinking. I'll just have it ready in case I need to use
That would
it.
be good to throw
But
on
I
too,
think
as
maybe
spellcasting.
casting protection from good and evil would be a good choice.
And what does that do? It just protects them from that particular type of.
It protects them, and the protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. It's mostly attack, but if it makes her feel better about crossing, the target is already. If the target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Oh, that's good.
But I
Seems
need
like
holy
it'd be the best
water.
choice.
I need holy water or powdered silver. So I don't know if either of us got one of those
Pretty
before.
sure one of our holy boys has something like that on them, right?
Pretty sure one of them. I thought Ydrish has holy water.
It
me
would
check Scgyver.
consume the item, but
How much
It's
silver?
hard 'cause I
wouldn't.
don't think they thought to grab components. Like, I don't know many spellcasters that actually track components.
So it would be the DM's call on whether or not we grabbed some of the stuff.
Hold on one second.
Silver, because hypothetically, if we have all the stuff, then we could just crush up a couple silver coins.
Well, that's not gonna. Oh, you need silver. Well, we need the silver. For
It's holy water or powdered silver, and
Powdered
iron.
silver. Scgyver does not have any of those.
Yeah, Ydrish doesn't have that either.
I think, did we level up after we went or before we went to the monastery, to the church?
It was you leveled up before.
I should have looked ahead. I should have asked for some. That's my bad.
Well, he was kind of an asshole too.
Yeah, it's true.
I hated him. And he kept his son in the cellar.
Yeah, honestly, fuck him.
So then.
But this one would be such a good one because he wouldn't be, if he had eyes on her, he wouldn't be able to possess her.
So I guess we went. Do I want to do this?
If you want to take an hour to grind up silver, since you have some in your possession, I will say that that is a thing that you can do.
One of the tipped crossbow arrows, would that be enough if I crushed up just the tip? Or is it just kind of like dipped in? I mean, Do we have the
I have-
silver coin?
Can we just crush up a fucking silver coin?
Yeah, it's not worth very much. Yeah,
Yeah.
if we
Like
did we
one
travel
silver,
too far
like the
from
currency.
did we travel too far from that little divot from the grasslands? Or
No.
is this
So if you're looking at the map right now, you are right here. And
If
the
we can-
grasslands are like behind you, probably 15 minutes.
Rianne, I think I have something, but we need powdered silver for it. Can we duck under cover for like an hour and powder silver?
I mean, I think ultimately that's up to Arena.
The group. Arena, I have something that it would prevent you from being charmed, frightened, or possessed by Strahd if we pass by. Would that make you feel better?
And she kind of looks at the sky. It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She knows how long it's going to take you to get to Vallaki. I'm afraid that if we take that much time, it's going to be too late for us to enter the city. Because we still have quite a ways left to go.
And no one has holy water, correct? Someone remind me to grab holy water when we get to the Vallaki.
I mean, we're going to a church.
True.
Once we start going, I have a thing that I want to do for,
Okay. All right. She says, I'm just gonna go ahead and hide then. So she throws her hood up over her head and she kind of like lays down against the edge of the cart and says, just please, dear God, go fast.
Okay, I say we sprint. The lady doth say we sprint. I say we go quickly. And she pulls out the crossbow while it's still special. And gets to a good vantage point on the cart. Is the cart covered? Or is it just an open air cart?
It is an open air cart.
Okay, she's gonna see if she's gonna skateboard on the cart and stay up and just kind of act sniper with the crossbow.
Cart surf.
Hey Ronnie, roll that dice for me.
Sorry, she's gonna cart surf.
You guys need to love Ronnie. All right, so she hides. Whiskey's surfing the cart. Lorraine is confused but slightly excited. She's never seen the castle from this vantage point before. So she is going. Scgyver and Ydrish just whoosh, just shake on the reins, haul asses forward. And you guys cross the bridge, and as soon as you cross the bridge and land, a very eerie feeling of being watched comes upon you. It is that kind of make your skin crawl watching. You can hear crows in the distance, and as the horses are sprinting to your right, you finally get the view of the castle of Strahd von Zarovich. It's massive. It's lifted up on a cliff that is probably 40 to 50 feet in the air. So small cliff, but cliff. Straight up. And once you see it, all you see is this old, dark, gray stonework with pillars lifting towards the sky. The top pillar in the middle looks like it's almost reaching out and touching the dark gray clouds that sit directly above the castle. Right, if you look behind the castle, you can see just rock edifices all against the backdrop of the Svalich Woods. So you see this huge dark gray castle with all of its spires. On the castle, you see gargoyles perched, not moving, but staring forwards around this entire grassland area in front of the castle. And then as you continue to look past it, the gray from the castle seems to leach out into the woods, and where you would see normally a dark green in the trees, you just see shades of gray enveloping absolutely everything that is within an eye shot of this castle. You continue to pass forward at a full sprint, just making very obvious notation of the fact that you are hauling ass and trying not to stay here. And
Is it
eventually,
grasslands?
it is prairie. So grass with slight hills, but not quite grasslands. So as you make your way through this in your sprint, you're still on the road anyways. And the road is a little worse for the wear here, but it looks like you're not the only people that try to haul ass through here. You come to what looks to have originally been the front of the castle and a gate, but the entire gate and the stonework of the wall around the castle is completely gone, and all you see is a iron gate hanging open and crumpled that has this giant logo across the front that looks vaguely similar to what Lorraine showed you and wrote down on that piece of paper the very first night that you met her. It's a cross, and written across the cross is a full raven with his wings spread out, mouth open to create this S and a T shape over a cross and a bird. And that is the official stamp of Strahd. And you make your way through this gate, and as soon as you make it past the gate and into the woods, that creepy feeling of someone staring at you finally leaves your skin, and everyone just sort of... Okay.
Do not.
Okay, so...
Rihanna's gonna take out her sketchbook that she does like her doodles in, and she's gonna draw out the crest. Now that they've seen
Okay.
the full thing.
And...
Peronia's like, I don't fucking like that.
Absolutely not.
Thank
I should like start making Rihanna's sketchbook.
you. Rion just, sorry, not Rion, fuck's sake, why do I keep doing this? Feronia just kind of shifts a little closer to Rion, and she's just like, I do not fucking like any of this.
Do you see the
This is
thing that I just put on the map?
Blech.
That is the logo.
Creepy.
Don't love it.
So
Yeah.
when's the Curse of
Not a
Strahd
fan,
haunted
not a
house that
fan.
we're planning?
Okay. So
Feronia
that
is a
is...
small little goat girl, and she's like,
Can you post
Oh.
it in the Discord chat so I can
Yes, I can.
It just gets really like she's solid and sturdy, but she's very still, like just drained. No
All right.
personality or anything right now.
So you've made it through. You just have that breath of, whew. Okay, I am...
to himself.
He is. And... Did I not save it? I will make sure it gets sent to you. I don't have it saved for me to quickly send it to you right now. So... You've made it through. You are now in the woods just past, and as you head through the woods, Lorraine is like, wow, that is significantly more horrifying from the front than the back. I don't know why I didn't expect that, but I didn't. And that thing is scary.
The world's a scary place.
thank you. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Oh, no, I'm not a fan. Irina, we're through the castle and we're past the gate, so I think it's safe to come out. And Irina just kind of pulls her hood back and goes, fucking hate that castle. And she just sits back down. So as you continue to head forward, you make it through this small patch of woods and you're back in these grasslands. So on either side of you, you see in either direction straight out as you continue down this path is just grasslands and prairie and rolling hills. And then you can kind of see, if you look far enough, where the trees line both directions, so you know you're just in a break from the woods. But it is a nice change of pace to see something open and have really good long visibility versus the woods where you've got like 15 feet of visibility on either side of you.
Whiskey takes a deep, long breath, just taking in all the smells and like recentering. Like, I heard it. Recentering herself, and then not really cognizant that she's doing it, but reaches out and just squeezes Lorraine's hand really quick before saying, I'm going to scout out ahead, see if I can find any relevant tracks, make sure that we're on a steady pace.
Please be careful.
Lorraine just looks at you and goes, please.
I'll be safe. If there's anything I know, it's grasslands. Just hops off and starts scouting.
So as you continue along the grass, this is a nice little windy path, but as far as you can see, you don't see anything that's actively trying to murder you. So,
There's that.
you know, it's a thing.
I'm just picturing a
continue.
beautiful scenic break like in Midsummer, where it's just so bright it's disconcerting.
Exactly.
That makes me feel better.
So, as you continue along this path, it's just these beautiful grasslands. You can see the wind and the breeze changing the directions of the grass as it blows. And it's not unnerving. Like, there is definitely still that Barovia's weird. But at the same time, there's not that super creep factor that you had when you were in the direct view of the castle. Now that you're through the woods, you are out of direct view of the castle. So it does feel a little safer, but still you're in Barovia, so there's that weird jankiness of that.
Nothing's safe.
Less bad, but not great.
Arena.
Yes?
How much do you know of your father's research?
I know that he was trying to figure out why Strahd was so obsessed with me and why he kept trying to attack our home. But other than that, I don't know much about it. He kind of kept it close to the chest.
Do you have any idea why? If he had found something, why he wouldn't have told you?
I mean, the only thing I can assume is that maybe he would think that he was keeping it safer, keeping me safer by me not knowing, but I can't really imagine. I always just assumed he never learned anything, and that's why he never told me.
I know his passing is fresh, but Ydrish and I did discover something. For all we know, he may have just recently found out, and that's what may have caused.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out the book that had the picture.
Uh-huh.
Hesitate for a moment before showing her, and then I'm gonna turn it towards her. He found this.
Are you holding it open to the page, or are you just holding the book open?
No, I'm holding it open to the page, like showing her the picture.
And then she just takes the book out of your hand and like looks at the picture and touches her face and then starts reading the page next to the picture. Why do I look just like her?
I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of reach over and close the book.
Tatiana.
It was Tatiana. Okay, I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
Her name was Tatiana. We don't have a lot of information, but he was obsessed with her. It was his brother's wife. Possibly the reason for the brother dying. And there's a distinct possibility based on this picture and normal deductive reasoning that you might quite possibly be her reincarnation, and that is why Strahd is so keen on trying to get to you. And I know this is probably a lot to take in considering everything you've been through, but I figure it's better
yeah.
to know than and know how to know. It's better for you to know and be able to protect yourself than to be continued left in the dark.
Yeah, I guess. That. Fuck.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fair sentiment.
That's fair news. Okay. So
Seems like a good sentiment. Do you want some
That's-
alcohol?
yes.
not too much. We need to keep our wits about
I
us.
assume there is alcohol on this cart.
Oh yeah. At least 2 of you have wine
I have
schemes.
a barrel of wine from session 0 still. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just so Feronia's just like pops like pulls a cup out of her like pack or something. It's just like, whoop, here's some alcohol.
And
gets
she
herself
just
some
chugs the
stuff.
whole
Like,
fucking thing
cheers.
and just slams it. She just kind of like stares off in disassociated oh shitness. So she can't go
Ferronia
right now.
just gets her another glass. Ferronia just hands her another glass.
And she's just sitting
Get
there.
her a shit can for the rest of the trip.
She's
like-
sitting there just stoically staring off into the distance, holding the wine and like sipping the second glass, and then just fiddling with the hilt of the sword. And the other hand, like completely lost in whatever internal mind war she's going through right now.
I'm gonna put the book back in my bag.
Okay.
And
Ferronia essentially
Revelation?
slipped her. It's like a kid with sleeping pills on an airplane just to get through the
Yeah.
flight.
Baby, here, have some NyQuil.
I'm
Oh, it looks like you've got a cold. Here's some NyQuil.
So as you continue in this path, she's
Rihanna,
very much so. Yeah.
I'm also gonna jump off the cart and kind of just walk with it instead of being on it.
Okay. Lorraine is still just in awe watching everything. And then she's looks forward instead of out the side of the cart. And she goes, "Oh, what's that?"
Do I see what she's looking at?
Yes, you can all see up ahead. You are reaching a fork in the road. And it looks like almost like a driveway or a service road, kind of, off to a very old, decrepit windmill.
Do we want to check it out?
I feel like we need
Check it out.
to get Irina to Vallaki.
We're on a time constraint.
We can always double back and come back.
Yeah. At this point,
Take a quick look.
it's probably like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so you've only got about 3, maybe 4 hours left of daylight.
We need to get to Vallaki. We can always come back another time.
So
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
huff it at this point.
yeah. So this is that windmill that she sees.
Right there, okay.
Oh, okay.
Let me make a
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you are.
windmill.
Do you think we're gonna double back this way?
We can always come back.
I mean, you have to if you're going to
Right.
eventually fight Strahd.
We have to if we also have to if I'm going to fight fucking Lorraine's dead. So
Sure.
So
It's essential.
note this place.
Yes.
We're gonna and
It's also
that looks
Pinning
cool.
it.
yes.
It looks like it holds secrets, and I like it.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I mean, it's decrepit AF, like it is beat to shit. But it comes kind of straight up and sort of in a little bit, and then on the top it's got like a very bulbous rounded top with a point on the end. and then you can see the tattered old blades of the windmill that are
Yeah,
just
to explore.
falling apart.
Definitely want to come back
I
here.
want to explore.
Yeah. And it's probably about 30 feet tall.
As soon as Whiskey hears the denial that like we're not gonna stay here today, she's already looking ahead on the last remainders of the grassland to make sure that there's nothing that's gonna pop out before hopping back into the cart.
Okay. All right. So as you continue on, you decide to stay on that right path and go away from the windmill. And you continue onto the path. And now you're like riding right up alongside of the woods. You're not going into the woods yet, but you are on this side of them. So you continue forward on that path. For about 5 minutes. And everyone make a perception check.
Oh, fuck. That's like a... 6.
Natural 20. That's a 23.
Nice. All right.
somebody did
So, Whiskey, you, as you hop back in the cart, this feeling that you are being stared at comes over you. And you don't necessarily know why, but you're pretty sure something is keeping eyes on you right now.
Ydrish rolled a 22.
Okay, so Ydrish has the same feeling, and the both of you can tell that it's coming from the woods. You can't see anything.
I'm imagining that Whiskey, like as she's hopping into the cart, Ydrish is looking back towards her and they both make eye contact before looking towards the woods at the same time.
Yeah. So
She is focused on her wife who is walking beside the fucking cart. She's like, what? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? She worries.
of course she works.
So she's too busy worrying about her wife. She's too busy worrying about her wife to notice this shit.
I rolled a 13 for Rion.
Okay.
And Rion just seems for Onia, Rion just seems a little distracted.
Yeah. So as you are all continuing down this pathway, the feeling of unease just doesn't leave, but nothing comes of it, which kind of makes it worse.
That's worse, arguably.
Yeah. So you're continuing
Throw me
down
a
the
problem.
path. You make it, probably.
I saw no tracks or anything on
No.
my... Okay.
Whatever it is that's coming after that is staring at you from inside the woods. So it's
Don't like
not
this.
yeah. So you continue on. Ydrish definitely feels this same thing that is happening right now. So he's definitely not super slowed down. The cart, but it is not moving quite as quickly as it was. So even he's sort of like, I don't want to be rushing ahead. I want to make sure that we're very well prepared for what is about to go down. So the cart has slowed down just a little bit. And you continue moving forward. As you continue moving forward, you are hearing the occasional tree branch break, stuff crack. There are the noises, and the longer you maintain this path right down the side of the woods, the more aware everyone in the group becomes about the fact that something is absolutely following you.
Question.
Yes.
No, for the party. It's Rian.
Okay.
Should we be going this slow, or should we just book it? I'm nervous.
Well, I would argue that if we were to book it, maybe the thing that is following us would actually chase, because usually that's what triggers it. Chase reaction is running because it makes you look like prey.
I mean, something's probably already tracking us, so what's the difference?
It might trigger them to.
It would be actively trying to attack us.
True.
If we just act like normal, we're not the first ones to pass through here.
Exactly.
I'm inclined to agree, and they're not gonna sneak up on us as easy.
That's fair.
As Whiskey takes her bow off and has a silver-tipped arrow knocked at the ready, and just keeping an eye on the tree line.
Like, kind of hop off and walk next to your wife and be like, "Is something on your mind, darling?"
I'm just nervous.
I mean, fair. That's helping, Jen.
What? I don't know
Fuck
what you're talking
you.
about.
No.
It's the
Fuck
stormtroopers.
you.
They're in the woods. Someone get the
God
Ewoks.
damn it.
God, good thing
fucking
stormtroopers
Christ.
can't aim.
Closest you got is Feronia. Closest you got to an Ewok is Feronia, which I mean I think
Chicken
is pretty
wings,
accurate.
chicken
So.
wings, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chili. It could have been that. That's what I've been singing around the house all day.
That's
So
more
you-
friendly
so
than
Feronia
the
just kind of like
fucking Darth
takes her
Vader
way.
mark.
Feronia just like Jesus Christ. Tangent sign. Oof. Yeah. Feronia just kind of like takes her wife's hand and is just like, "Is there anything I can help you be a little less nervous?"
Let's get out of here.
Right, so
Oh, working on it.
you're continuing at the pace in which you are currently going, and you're about halfway through now. And all of a sudden, instead of just feeling the eyes on you, suddenly you can hear a growl coming from right inside the woods just outside your line of vision.
No, we are not doing this.
No. Not today.
Do you think we can outrun it?
I don't know. I don't know the speed of a wolf.
Do you think it's a dire wolf, werewolf, regular wolf? Are we taking bets?
I mean, knowing this place, it's probably a werewolf.
Oh, it's a good thing I have silver tipped. Oh, do I have
Arena.
silver tipped arrows, or is it just crossbow
It was
bolts?
the bolts. Arena, how far
Okay.
are we from Vallaki?
A
Whiskey
few
has a
hours.
crossbow, but not longbow.
And at this point, she's still like out of it, but instead of fiddling with her hilt, she's now got a solid hold on the hilt of her sword. Like even she is feeling something is not okay right now.
Should we try and take out the threat? And then just book it?
Well, say that's a werewolf. We do need more werewolf heads for whenever
I
we
mean, you have to roll for initiative anyways, so
DM comes in like, stop pussyfooting around. You're fighting.
Get
Surprise,
ready, bitch.
Whiskey
Alright.
throws off an arrow. A crossbow bolt, sorry. In the direction that the last
okay, hold
growl
on.
came from.
Here. Done.
Rolled a natural 20 for initiative.
And
Shame it doesn't do anything.
Wow, that was not in the thing. Ugh.
Oh fuck! I'm
Why
going hella
is it
first,
with
bro.
initiative that low numbers? If I'm being honest, it was 4.
That's okay, I rolled a 3.
Shaboom.
Natural
Awesome.
20, so that's a 24.
Welcome.
Yeah, within character is just horns first, thoughts later.
I mean, in all
She's
technicality,
so what do you want from her?
in all technicality, a turn goes all at once, but
Yeah.
Whiskey shooting off the crossbow bolt, just like, and there she goes.
Cool. So, there we go. Now it's working.
He rolled a 13.
Ydrish rolled the 13. All right, and you can go ahead and add your turns into the turn order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Me up. Yeah, you're just like, well, me running. I guess I'm going first, probably.
Which isn't always a great thing.
Nah, I got a kill shot with being the very last one. We had 1 round. 1 round with that last guy.
It's true.
Everyone else did the hard work, and Whiskey's like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm bored.
I mean, hitting him for 20 damage was very nice.
Ooh, yes.
It was fun. I haven't used that before.
Catapult is such an insane, like, first level spell. It's just like, why is this allowed?
It's true. It is a really nice one.
Time to brush up on Hunter's Mark.
Lorraine is going to roll a... What is her modifier? +3 to initiative, so she just rolled out. Wait, frick, 17, 20.
Jesus, Lorraine is thirsty to fight.
Yeah, she is.
She didn't know how
Lorraine
bloodthirsty she was until she joined us.
Lorraine is out here like I want adventure in the great white somewhere.
Swinging a sword the whole time.
It's true.
A fucking legend. I don't see how that's a problem.
And
All of the bard stories are going to be about Lorraine.
not wrong.
Into fucking battle.
With that face.
I love it.
Dreamwork.
It makes me so happy. She's just like, motherland!
Shit.
Okay.
Is that Feronia and Lorraine are going to be best friends.
And that is an 11. And Scgyver is the other one that I have to roll for.
Yep.
I am playing Scgyver. Got a 14. All right. And that is everyone's initiatives in the board. So we are going to put these in descending order. And first up is Feronia coming through the woods. You see this gray creature holding some kind of weapon in its hand as it finally makes its way out of the brush and into the slight bit of grass right before the road. You see it, and it looks completely insane. Blood red eyes, pale skin. It looks like it's walking on 2 legs, but gets really excited about running and kind of falls onto 4 before stepping back up onto 2. It's foaming at the mouth and looks absolutely insane. And it is coming the fuck at you.
Baby vampire?
All right, hold on. How far am I? 20 feet. Perfect. So, this thing, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
All
so
right.
it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Shit!
For being insane, this thing is very wise.
It's so insane that it doesn't work.
It's true. It's okay. Its modifier would have been a 0, so it's just 20 anyways.
Let's see. On a successful save. Oh, I still get a roll and it takes half damage.
Awesome.
Ho ho. So. Takes 5 psychic damage, and basically it says you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, and it gets racked with horrible pain. So just Feronia's just like, get down, get down, get down, get down. I don't know why that's the first song that popped in my head, but here we are.
And you hear it, and it's just like, and it just grabs its head with its one hand, and then just looks back at you to keep going. Anything else?
Yes, I'm going to look over at Whiskey and give her a little tap on the shoulder and be like, you got this, let's fucking kill it. And give her bardic inspiration.
The inspirations only last for 10 minutes, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so mine's
Yours is long gone.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel so
Yeah, so I'm gonna give
inspired.
Whiskey bardic inspiration because it feels like just give her a little horn tap and bonk the horns together and be like, you got this.
Tap the horns, the horn high five.
So
Basically.
it is now Lorraine's turn.
Yeah, Lorraine.
So Lorraine has seen Whiskey now shoot off an arrow, but has yet to shoot an arrow off herself, and yet here this bitch comes. She takes this longbow that you did not even see that she had, pulls it out, grabs an arrow, sets it back, and lets go. And this arrow goes whoosh, and just straight into the trees, 10 feet on the opposite side of this creature that is very quickly coming at you. And she just looks at Whiskey and goes, I think you're gonna have to teach me how to use this, because I don't get it.
I can teach you.
And that is the end of her turn. She tried.
So cute.
An attempt was made.
An attempt was made.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it is
you
now
try.
this creature's turn, and he is coming up on you hard. He moves all the way up right against the cart. Props to your horses, because they have not lost their shit yet. So he comes up, and his
Right.
first reaction, he sees shiny and looks at Rian, and takes this giant great axe that is in his hand and swings it right at her head. And that is a 16.
That hits.
So he smacks you with this great axe.
Bit.
And does 12 points of damage.
Jesus. I'm fine.
And then he just kind of sees the blood and he's like, and it is Scgyver's turn. Scgyver is looking at this absolutely unholy abomination of a creature. And he is going to... I'm looking at his spells. Okay. And he is going to hop out of the cart, run across, and go to swing at it with his longsword. He swings and hits. So as his longsword makes purchase on this creature, he does a whopping 11 points of damage. I can math, guys. So his longsword just comes across, and as this creature is still just like snarling and sniffing the blood that it has created, smacking the crap out of Rion, Scgyver just comes square across the back and nails it for 11 points of damage, and it kind of goes and is now kind of looking in between all of you like, the did I get myself into? And with that, it is Idris's turn.
Our copper boy.
Okay, let's do it. Alright, I am gonna go ahead and have Ydrish try a guiding bolt at level 2.
Okay.
And that, I believe, it's probably gonna be... Oh, it's a ranged spell attack, so we'll see how this goes. Guiding bolt.
He is within 5 feet of the creature, so he does have to roll a disadvantage for a ranged attack.
Fuck. I forgot it was ranged. Okay, never mind. Then he's gonna do inflict wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
Here we go.
And he's probably gonna miss
Like, oh
because
my!
that was a fucking 9.
And a 9 misses.
And he blows a 2nd level spell. I'm cursed today, y'all. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay. It is now Irina's turn. She is still kind of out of it, but something clicks in her brain and she realizes that you are all being attacked, and so she kind of comes back to her senses just a smidgen to fight, and she has her longsword, so she is going to grab her longsword, pop out, come around the other side of this creature and swing at him.
Swing.
And she misses.
Swing.
So she tries, and she comes up on him, and as she does, he kind of turns in the direction of the hand that tried to inflict wounds but didn't quite make it. And as he turns for that, she just barely misses, and her sword grazes off to the side over his shoulder. And with that, it is Rion's turn.
Okay, I am gonna go ahead and cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
I need a dexterity saving throw from the creature. Or any creature within 20 feet. 20 feet cube that is not my party.
That is a 12.
Fails! So, any attack roll against this creature has, or any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it. The affected creature cannot benefit from being invisible. So,
cool.
You basically get advantage on it. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, that is what I have. Okay.
Need it.
And then I am going to, for my bonus action. Oh, son of a bitch, he's a cleric. Whoops. Shit. I forgot to do something on Idris's turn. I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Healing Words and go, ow. And it's 1d4 plus my spell. Spellcasting modifier, which is a 4. Okay, 6. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Never mind. Because I cast a spell, and it's not a cantrip. Never mind. I can't heal myself. Yeah, no, that's all I can do.
Okay. And it is Whiskey's turn.
Fuck yeah. Alright, so my crossbow bolt goes off, or
Yes.
where are we starting? Okay.
Yeah.
That is...
So that was the crossbow bolt that you had fired into the woods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and loose that.
16. Yeah.
16 hits. So what is damage on that?
Damage. D8. 7. 7
Okay.
damage.
All right. And now it is your actual turn.
Now it's my actual turn. And I am going... Can I do bonus action first, or does it have to go in order?
Doesn't have to
Do bonus action first.
I'm going to put Slayer's Prey on him. So as a bonus action, I can designate one creature that I can see within 60 feet. And the first time each turn that you hit that target with a weapon attack, it takes an extra 1d6.
Awesome.
And it lasts until a short or long rest. Or you designate a different creature.
Okay.
I am going to crossbow bolt again.
Okay.
And with my magic crossbow, I don't have to do, it's not an action to reload. So 6. Miss.
You said a what?
Did you roll
It was a
Did
6.
you roll at advantage?
Did you roll it with advantage?
I did not. He's fairy fired. That's much better. And I didn't add it with 3 either, so that's 19.
All right, 19 hits. Roll for damage.
And then, okay, so that is 5, 7, and then it gets an extra d6. That's 10 damage.
All right, so you've now loosed these 2 crossbow bolts. The first one kind of hit him as he was running up, and now that he's finally in the fires, you can kind of reach around to the side of Rion, and you just pat a second one. So he's now been hit with these fairy fires. He's like trying to like bat off this fairy fire. You hit him with this second crossbow, and he's just like and he's now just like frantic. He's got fire on him. He's looking around, and he's damn near surrounded.
It's not even really just fire, it's a light. And it's going to be
Yeah.
amber.
Ooh, amber light. I like it. And anything else that you want to do with your turn, Whiskey?
And hear him?
You are 10 feet away from him.
No. No.
No, you're good?
I'm
Okay.
good. I'm stick here.
Awesome. So with that, it is Feronia's turn.
All right. Oh, I'm just gonna whip out my fucking sword. Sorry, my rapier.
Whip out that sword.
I'll whip out that. I'll rip out my rapier, all right, and give him a good fucking poke.
Poke, poke.
Poke, poke. Or
Rest
well,
heavy.
if I have
For
to,
attacky.
I'll kind of climb over my wife to go stab it.
All right. And roll to hit.
God, what is my fucking rapier? 7 plus 5 is a 12.
And a 12 does not hit. So you go to poke, and he's so busy swatting and swerving and like trying to figure out the is going on that he steps back right as you go to poke, and your poke just barely misses him.
Okay. Okay, I'm also going to take a second because I can apparently cast this as a bonus action. So I'm going to take a second and cast Healing Word on my wife.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. That's why it's such a good spell.
Yeah, just be like, please be fucking safe, darling. And you're going to heal. 6 HP.
Something.
Better than nothing. Yeah, I rolled a 1, but I get +5 to my spell modifier's +5, so at least there's that.
All right.
Please be safe. I love you.
And with that,
Don't
it is the
fucking
range
die.
turn. The range kind of looks at the. She just kind of looks at the arrow, and she's like, "No." Just like yeets it down, grabs her sword again, and kind of in between Ydrish and Rianne just comes down and goes, "Ah!" Just like tries to take him out at the head because she's like, that I don't like that arrow thing.
She don't got horns, but she do got a very big fucking sword.
Exactly. And that is a 24 to hit, so she definitely hits him with that great sword.
Christ.
Or that long sword. That's only because she gets to roll with advantage right now. Okay? That advantage just saved her ass.
Wait, I didn't roll with advantage. On my
All right.
A little too late.
And she whacks him for 6 points of damage. So he is now getting to the point where you're starting to see like the dark gray ichor of blood kind of staining his pale translucent gray skin. And he still looks like very completely insane, but you are starting to see that you're doing some actual damage to him. And yeah, you forgot to roll advantage for too long, and so you don't get it this time, but don't forget next time. I love you. And with that, it is this dude's turn. He is now starting to feel absolutely cornered. He is like, and so he is going to take this great axe that is in his hand, and he's going straight for Copper Boy because Copper Boy is shiny and it looks like his lights that are floating around him, and so he now thinks that it is Ydris's fault. So, ooh, he definitely hits Ydris. And so he takes that great axe and he just goes, and just whack. Does he roll at disadvantage or he just rolls normal?
It's just we get advantage against him.
Okay. And so that is 12 points of damage done to poor Ydris.
Not doing well, y'all.
Golden Boy is hurting something fierce.
Also, I think his HP is wrong, but that's just me.
I think so too, but we're gonna leave it for now.
Challenge mode.
I don't think Michelle re-rolled damage or re-rolled HP when she leveled up.
I don't think so either.
So he has now done that. Golden Boy is feckin' hurting. And it is officially Scgyver's turn. Scgyver looks at his poor friend who is standing very close to him. And he's going to... Never mind. He's not going to do that. I thought that was something different. He is going to... This is not my character, okay? Look right back at this creature and go, nothing attacks our dragon. And whack him once again with his long sword. So... that hits for 1d8. Nah, he's mad. 1d10. Ooh, yeah, real glad he did that. For 13 points of damage on this creature that just attacked your dragon.
Nice, nice.
And this thing is starting to look extremely ouchies. Scgyver has a little bit of the don't fuck with my friends right now, and it is now Ydris's turn.
Ydris is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself. And we're going to do it... Do we do it at second level? We're still a couple hours out from town.
Yeah.
Do it at first level for now. So it's going to be 1d8 plus 3. And I roll like shit, so that's 4.
That dice needs to go in jail.
That was a d8. Like, it's me. It's me. It's not my dice. I'm so mad.
You fucking sage don't just sage the dice, sage yourself.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, I need to fucking sage myself.
Yeah, apparently. Do you need me to come over and just, like, wave some fucking sage in your shit?
Shit. I should have done something.
Stop it.
For his bonus action, he's gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. And it's gonna be whatever Michelle says it's gonna be, so I don't know right now.
Oh, she's actually cast a spiritual weapon yet.
I don't think she... Oh, do I want to do that
No.
then? I feel bad.
No, I don't.
It's okay, she's not here.
Alright,
Yes, you do. It's useful, Sasha.
this time around, it's gonna be
We
like...
just went over
what's
this
his-
yesterday.
What's his god? What's his...
I don't know off the top of my head.
Saren Ray.
Tamara.
It's some kind of.
Oh, Tamara.
Tamara.
Yeah.
Tamara, that's right.
She's like-
Draconic goddess.
Okay, so it'll be a hammer, but like the head looks like a dragon.
Ooh, I like it.
Dragon hammer.
And he's gonna put it behind the thing.
Okay.
And thwack. And that would be get to the right page. Still not the right page.
You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing like a Chinese fire trap that like both ends are dragon heads, but there's a crevice in the middle that it actually is eating whatever you hit.
That'd be a
I like it.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay, that's 1d8 plus 3. I'm not rolling you because you rolled like shit. 5 damage.
Okay.
And that is the end of... Actually, where is he? Nope, never mind. Oh yeah, I need to roll +1 to my spells.
And so with that, it is Irina's turn. Irina's gonna turn at this thing and just go to feckin' town on it. So she is going to make her first attack. And that is definitely going to hit at 19. And then she's going to come back with a second attack. And that attack fails.
Did she do it
So-
at advantage?
Yeah, she did, and the advantage failed. It failed better than the nat 1 she rolled, but it failed. So she goes with her one longsword attack. That first attack hits, so she smacks it and does 7 points of damage. And she goes back to go hit him a second time with that longsword, but as it kind of registers the fact that it just got hit again, it doubles over and falls onto all fours, landing on its hands and knees. And it's still like foaming and frothing and very scared, but at the same time, like, cannot force itself to move any faster or any farther away from you guys. It is hurting something fierce. And with that, it is Rian's turn. Rian. I will say it right one day.
I am going to start by using my bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself. I have plans for other things. I don't need that. It's 1d4 plus... Actually, I'm going to do it at second level. So that'll be 8 hit points, which I think will bring me up to max. Yeah, I'm back. And then I am going to smack it with my quarterstaff. Both hands. That way I can get a 1d8 on him. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits.
Okay, I'm gonna bother with advantage then, and that's gonna be 1d8 damage. 7 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I have it both hands, so I'm just gonna go and just baseball swing straight at him.
Oh,
Brienne has a
bless.
kill.
And as you do that,
Oh,
it
my
just
best wife.
cracks across his face, and you just hear of all of the bones in its head crushing. And as this quarterstaff makes that full swing through, slow motion boxer style, you just see all of this spit and blood just out as he finally falls from his hands and knees straight lumped over on his side and is instantly dead.
I spit.
Gross.
I spit on it. Go.
Yeah,
Disgusting
good job,
creature.
babe. Good job.
Thank you.
Also,
Oof.
I
Thank
guess
you
I
for
didn't
the-
miss too much.
Thank you for the heal, and I give her a kiss on the forehead.
Oh, of course. She just smiles all big. She's just like, oh.
All right.
Is everyone else okay?
Yes.
Did I get hit while I was away?
You did not.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? Is everyone else? Are you okay?
PG.
All right. So Lorraine just kind of looks at Whiskey and she's like, I'm going to need some bow and arrow lessons. Do you want to give them to me?
Oh, gladly.
Good.
I love bows and arrows.
Because I don't like that thing.
I mean, you're really adept at a sword, but I will teach you.
Okay. Do you guys want to do anything before you hop on the cart and...
I want to look at this creepy, gross body.
Can I tell what kind of creature it is? My favorite enemy is monstrosity, but I'm wondering if maybe I would know.
Shit is.
Go ahead and roll. Investigation or Arcana? Whichever one y'all want. That's the same shit, but whatever. Pick one.
If it's about my favorite enemy, can I use that or no? Because I get advantage on intelligence checks if that's the case.
Yes. Yeah, it is an intelligence check, so.
And it's monstrosity?
I'm finding out 9.
It is technically a humanoid.
Yeah, because that affects the advantage.
Nah, it's not great. It's 12.
Actually, 14? Arcana?
So as you can finally get a little bit closer look at this creature, you can tell that it is something that you've seen before, or that you've at least heard of. It kind of makes you a little bit worried because normally they roll in packs, but this is a berserker. So it's kind of weird to see one by itself. But
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good.
So, this is odd. Read about these creatures before, and they usually run in packs. So the fact that this one is here by itself is a little worrisome. I think we should get moving.
So does that mean this one was fucking weird, or does that mean we're gonna run into more?
Either that or there's an ambush waiting for us. So do with what you will with that information. I don't know
Be
if
ready.
now would be the time to travel a bit.
Is anyone else hurt?
Ydrish is at, because I wasn't able to write it, he's at 14 hit points, but he only has 22. Like, there's something wrong with his thing.
There's something wrong there.
Yeah, there's definitely.
I think it just gave him his con bonus and she didn't actually roll.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened too.
Sounds like what happened, because I had it set for 20 when she was level 3 on the stat block.
Well,
Yeah.
we can update that. 2d8, I think. Wait.
All right. Are you gonna sit around and keep hanging out, or are you gonna hop back in the
No,
car?
we're gone. Get in the cart.
Kick the tires and light the fires.
We're running out of daylight. That took up time. I say we just gun it and we'll
Fucking
keep
book
an eye
it.
out.
Everyone hop on, let's go.
Right, so you hop in, and now you are straight kicking it. You were probably about here by the time the berserker attacked you. So you make your way back in, and as you come across the next hairpin turn, you are officially back in the woods. So you have maybe 10 to 15 feet of visibility on either side of you into the woods as you continue to make your way down. And
Actually, Feronia, how does your silence work? Is it a spot
Question,
or is
let me
it
take a
on
look.
Something? Well, I guess.
Silence. 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. So I think it's a static
not a moving.
But what if you put it on something that's moving? What
It doesn't say.
DM?
Allow it.
DM? You'll allow it?
Do it on the
I'll
cot.
allow it.
Do it on the cot. It'll shut the cart up. It'll make us hard to hear. They'll see us, they'll smell us, but they can't hear us.
I'm gonna assume.
Like,
Let's see.
is
Verbal and
everyone else okay
somatic.
with
Okay,
that?
cool.
It's going to cause some issues for magic casters, but if we can get out of the 20-foot sphere, if a fight breaks out, we should be fine.
Range is like,
Question.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I have a genuine question. Okay, one, it only lasts 10 minutes, guys, so it's part of it. Yeah. Two, it has a little R next to it. Does that mean it uses a spell slot, and I cast it as a ritual?
No, if you cast as a ritual, you
So-
take 10 minutes to cast it, and it doesn't take up a spell slot.
Right.
Okay, so can I, like, sit, like, on the floor of the cart and just, like, put my hands on it and cast it as we're going? So that
Yes.
after 10 minutes, it's silent for another 10 minutes.
And
then I can pretty much just kind of, a genuine question, DM, DM. It only lasts for 10 minutes, but I can actually cast it in 10 minutes. Can I just... I didn't think so, but I figured it was a good question to ask.
It is a good question, but
just
no.
keep casting it as we're going, just like keep casting it. And so like, okay, it's cast, and then just, no, wait, no, it requires a verbal component, so I couldn't.
Well,
Yeah.
After the 10 minutes is up, can I take another 10 minutes to cast
You can
it?
also drop the spell whenever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
After the 10 minutes is up, can I take another 10 minutes to cast it?
If you're casting it as a ritual, yes, you can.
Okay, cool. Then I guess we're just gonna have 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off for the rest of the ride.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Right, be good to me, buddy. 12?
Okay. Alright, so you're continuing to go down. Feronia is working on ritually casting this silent spell. You guys are not going at a full sprint because that will exhaust you and your horses before you guys can make it to Vallaki. But you are moving with haste as you continue down this old Svalich road. 10 minutes passes, and you start your 10 minutes of silence. So as soon as the 10 minutes passes where she's ritually casting, all of a sudden, the sounds of like the of the cart rolling stop. And you hear absolutely nothing coming from the cart as you guys are on it and continuing on the path.
Does that mean that
Slightly
we can't
eerie.
hear anything from the woods or anything either?
We're in a silent bubble.
Okay.
We can't hear each other. We can't.
Anything outside? Yeah, we hear nothing.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Whiskey's keeping a
But they
sharp
don't hear
eye
us.
on those woods.
Oh yeah, no.
To
Like
see any movement.
Rihan's got her crossbow out, just watching.
Yeah. At this
Like-
point, Lorraine is kind of got she's got a hand axe that was on her belt, so she's kind of got it in her hand and she's just looking. Like, I don't know what to do with this, but it looks kind of like a sword, so
I like things with handles, is what we found out.
yes. She likes
It
things
is
that she
still
can
kind of
grip
like-
in her strong hands.
She's very
Fronia's just sitting on the
calm
floor
down.
because it's a concentration spell, so like while she could hypothetically also help look, she's kind of like taking a
Yeah.
breather really quick before because she's
Whiskey whispers
plan
to
is-
Brienne. She's like, I've never heard her not talk this long.
We can't hear each other.
we can't hear each other.
Moving.
Just like write it down if you need to.
That's true. I can hand you my book.
Pass her a note.
Yeah, but then she wouldn't be paying attention to all the things that might be attacking you.
Oh. Okay. Keeping an eye out on the woods. That's
All right.
fine.
So you guys continue down the path. 5, 7, 10 minutes pass, and all of a sudden, the sound of everything comes right back, and you can hear the woods, you can hear the birds chirping, you can hear everything. Feronia, what are
And
you
she just,
doing?
like takes a big breath. I would like to just like take a big breath and then like, do you need me to cast it again? Do you want me to cast it again? It'll take another 10 minutes before it'll stop, but
I can do it if you need me to.
Irina, how far out do you think we are?
Is probably about 30-45 minutes
Wouldn't hurt.
at this
So if
pace.
we're like 30 minutes, if we're like 45 minutes away, I could do it once. Well, if we're 30 minutes away, I could do it once, and then once it's up, I could start ritual casting it again, and then by the time it's done the third time, we'll be there,
Presumably.
hypothetically.
I am thinking the more time that we are in silence, that we're not broadcasting our hasty footsteps through.
Precisely.
It like
Even
looks
if
a
we
little
have
like
sometimes we still disappear for a little bit.
Can you handle it, darling?
Feronia looks a little jittery, but like she's like, I can do it again if you need me to.
Go ahead.
All right, I guess I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna so Feronia just like goes back to like focusing, and it's just like she's just quiet, like her legs bouncing a little, but it's like quiet from Feronia as she's like ritually casting it again.
Roll a d20.
9.
All right. And as you start to ritually cast it, you're focusing, you're concentrating, and all of a sudden, you get about 6 or 7 minutes through your ritual cast. You can feel the spell starting to come together and starting to formulate on the cart. You hit a pothole, and it just ka-chunk and shoves you over, and you smack your head on the side of the cart and lose your concentration in your ritual cast.
Oh, shit. Are you okay?
Damn it!
Are you okay?
Just like holding her little head.
No.
Yeah, I'm fine. It just fuck. I need to start over. I lost all my concentration, and it actually takes quite a bit.
Are we asking too much?
Can I try again, DM? No. It's fine.
You can
I went
try
to,
again.
It's fine. Can I try again, DM? Yeah, I'm like, do I just roll another d20?
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez. 17!
All right, so
Better.
you start your ritual cast again, and as you're concentrating, Scgyver and Ydrish are at the front, and they're looking. And this time, having heard you scream, fuck, they see another pothole and are able to turn the horses out of the way before it hits the cart. So you are able to ritually cast silence, and again, after 10 minutes, dead silence comes over the entire cart. You continue forward once again in silence. Everyone's kind of looking out at either side of the cart, just watching the roads. And then Feronia, make a perception check for me.
Perception check. That's a 10?
Okay. You continue forward. And it's been about 7 or 8 minutes. Thank you, Scgyver, for not being blind. And Scgyver, up ahead in front, can start to see these giant wooden walls with spiky points on the top of this wall. And he hands the reins to Ydrish and looks at Feronia and just starts waving his hands in front of her face.
She's kind of sitting like on the floor of the cart, not like kind of up on the sides with everybody, so she's kind of like down. Does she see him?
Yes, you see his hand like 6 inches from your face.
Oh,
and then he points forward and shows so that everyone can now see the large wooden wall in front of you.
Oh, don't hit that.
Feronia hasn't turned the spell off yet, so it's just like you're just like.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, Ydrish is slowing the cart down as you're approaching the front of the gate.
Actually, no. I'm gonna be honest. Like Feronia does kind of a because music. Like, oh yes, the conductor. And so the silence ends. The silence spell dissipates.
Awesome.
So now there's noise again.
Perfect. So as you drive up this road, you now that. Cool. So as you finally head up, you can see the woods recede, and you come into the site of a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a giant wooden wall. Thick fog presses up against this wall that kind of reminds you of the fog on the outside of the gate. Lorraine's hand just instinctively reaches for whiskey and just kind of like holds her wrist. Kind of scared, kind of like, I just want to make sure you don't disappear on me. Because Lorraine has already told you she has experience with the fog of Barovia.
Right.
And it looks as this fog is almost sentient. It is actively trying to find a way into the city, but cannot figure out how to get past this wall. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, and there's a pair of shadowy figures standing behind the gates. Planted in the ground and flanking the road on either side of the gate are about a half dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them.
Nice.
Cool.
Impressive.
And so Scgyver and Ydrish pull the cart all the way up to the fence and stop the cart. And Irina hops out. She's like, I've got this. You see her walk up to the gates, and there's some hushed conversation that happens. You see her kind of like move her cloak for something and then close it and walk back to the cart. And as soon as she hops back in the cart, the gates start to open. So y'all make it into the town, and the second your cart is all the way through, that gate is immediately shut and locked. So, you have officially made it to the inside of Vallaki.